Rock and Roll Express, Johnny. Thunderfoot 1 and 2, the opponents. There they are. Robert Gibson and his partner, Rock and Roll Express, in the corner, ready to roll, and the whole joint's ready to rock with them.
Oh,
Johnny.
They electrified this crowd in this great arena as they made their entrance. And, of course, Thunderfoot is number 1, number 2. A very good competition for the Rock and Roll Express. They're getting primed. They got a task ahead of them. That's to get those World Tag Team titles back.
Thunderfoot 1, Robert Gibson start. Ricky Morton outside the ring. Thunderfoot 2 outside. Good quick arm drag again by Gibson.
Tremendous fast action as the pace of the match will always be fast when the Rock and Roll Express are in there. One of their big assets, speed.
That's what they live by, is that speed and that quickness. That and their timing, which is just perfect.
And, of course, the Rock and Roll Express got to be one of the main teams that will enter for the Jim Crockett Memorial Cup. You know, it's going to be interesting in that Memorial Cup with all the great teams just to see which one gets number 1 seed.
That's right. Don't forget, that's going to be April 10th and 11th, too, Johnny.
And Baltimore. Oh! And another fine arm drag by Ricky Morton. And the Rock and Roll Express looking real good. And tag team champions, the Ravishing Rick Rude, Raging Bull. You better keep your eye on the Rock and Roll Express.
Well, we're going to be seeing the Bull and Rude a little later. And don't forget also that 6th man. Boy, I'm looking forward to that. Where we've got the Russians. Big Red. I don't know what Big Red is all about, but we're going to see.
Again, Ivan Koloff has kept this man very quiet. He's been saying he's going to be here. It'll be a tremendous match later on, but right here today, we're going to see that. And we could find out which of the Russians are the strong.
It could be the showdown between Pietrov and Koloff, as it'll be Dusty Rhodes, Murdoch, and Nikita Koloff against the 3 Russians.
Just one of many showdowns about to happen in the NWA. As a team in the ring right now, the Rock and Roll Express have got a date with Raging Bull and Ravishing Rick Rude. They lost the World Tag Team titles before, but I'm sure they're going to get them back.
Well, as we've mentioned in recent weeks, they're right on the top of their form. I've never seen Rock and Roll wrestle any better than they've been wrestling recently. They've been working a lot, getting back in top shape, top condition. They're always in top condition, Johnny.
And Thunderfoot 1 and 2, a top team in their own right in the NWA, and Rock and Roll are looking real good against Thunderfoot 1 and 2 right here. We're going to have the World Tag Team Champions later on this hour also. What a show we got today.
Gibson in after the tag with a quick takedown. That Thunderfoot rolled up only a count of 2, and he kicked out of it.
Also, Bob, in his program, let's not forget, Big Bubba Rogers will be here. A man that Jim Cornette has a big date also coming up in February for that bunkhouse boot.
$100,000. Dusty Rhodes or Big Bubba. One of them are going to walk out of the ring with an awful lot of money and that trophy, that big boot.
Thunderfoot strikes back, and now he turned the tide of battle. They're going to tag their first man, and the Rock and Roll could be in trouble for the first time in this match.
Morton double teamed in the corner, gets hit again with another hard right, and is taken down now. Near the corner is Thunderfoot 2. He's going to hold him in that corner by the hair.
And we get that staccato chant, Rock and Roll. This is for our crowd. Ricky Martin in trouble for the first time in the match. They're going to double team him over in no man's land.
Took him back to the corner, double teamed him, working him over. The referee tied up across the way with Robert Gibson. Gibson for a moment had gotten into the ring, and he got the referee occupied, and Thunderfoot went to work.
Oh, that must have been a big attack. Robert stretching as far as he can. Thunderfoot very conveniently keeping him away from that tag. He doesn't want Robert Gibson in there first when they got Ricky in trouble.
Down again by the hair goes Morton. He's got to be taken back to the corner again. Boy, they kept him in that corner a lot too, Johnny.
Ricky trying to escape. He can't sell the team of Thunderfoot number 1, Thunderfoot number 2 short. They've been together for quite a while, and they got it down pat.
Well, they're both big, strong, powerful men, and they got a lot of good wrestling ability.
They got a lot of big, strong, powerful men we're going to see today for this hour is over. Right here, you're going to see the essence of quickness by the Rock and Roll and what speed can do for you in there.
Johnny, when we talk about NWA pro wrestling, and you just go back and you just think about some of the outstanding stars during this hour. As we started off with Barry Windham, here's rock and roll. We're going to see the world champions. We're going to look at Lex Luger in a match a little later. We're going to see Big Bubba, and not only that six-man match. Just fantastic.
And you'll get to talk to the four horsemen and gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and Prices. Look at our fans. They really love their rock and roll. And they love their wrestling. NWA style. Oh, hard right on the ropes by Thunderfoot. Ricky off. He ducked it.
Only two. Thunderfoot got some help from outside. Now we got all four in the ring.
What are they going for? Could this be a double drop kick? Thunderfoot groggy. There it is, Bob.
The beautiful timing of that double drop kick from the Rock and Roll Express.
Another victory for the Rock and Roll Express. Another victory for the Rock and Roll Express on their way to get the tag team titles back. We're going to get to see their victory in slow motion again. Thunderfoot real groggy, and the Rock and Roll Express are there, Bob, the double drop kick.
There you have it, fans. The winners, the Rock and Roll Express. And we'll be right back. We'll have more after this.